What's up, YouTubeites? Welcome to Lords of Long Box presents the CovrPrice Top 10 for the week ending October 1st. The first week, this is starting the first week of October. I hope you guys are posting your Halloween comic covers and in the vein of Halloween. And we do this every single year, practically. We play a little horror themed intro, shall we? From my girl Gigi Lady style.
Absolutely.
God damn, I love that last little theme from Exorcist. Oh,
that was good. That was
man. God,
Very nice.
You know, hey man, Halloween, you gotta love to be scared, man. No, I don't know anybody that says I love Christmas. They love fucking Halloween. And so you gotta enjoy the whole month, right, Lady Laura? Say what's good to people.
Well, for me, it's because the season finally shifts. Like today was only 94 degrees, which was so nice.
We're warming up later this week too to the low 90s. So hopefully it's the last dry, hot summer or hot, days of whatever the season though. Although in California you have fire season to look forward to, so there's that. So
yeah.
Marty, would you like to bless us, please? Before
Happy Samhain, geeks and geekettes. Thank you for joining us as always. And may the comic Halloween gods shower you with blessings of many treats of comics to fill your long boxes.
I like that. Perfect. Right? Tricks or treats. He even said Samhain. Did you say Samhain?
I did.
Which is like the original kind of Druid Celtic holiday that Halloween is based off of, right?
Yeah,
so, we're getting really creepy with it, boys and girls. Not speaking of creepy. Show sponsor our friends over at CovrPrice.com for price guide selections and trends. Over at CovrPrice.com for a low price for a 2-week free trial. The low price is $6.99 a month, or the price of a pumpkin spice pumpkin spice latte. You stupid
Oh.
fucking freaks who drink that shit every day.
It's so weird. I don't like that.
Yeah. Also, use discount code LOTLB to get 15% off anything in the Bird City Comics store. I don't know, Laura, you got anything dropping this week, or is it this Friday or Saturday?
So all we've been showing so far are NYCC exclusives. We have like an Adam Hughes, a 10 number 15 reprint, a foil. And then we did a Transformers book, which we just showed, and a gold key. We got the first ever gold key, gold foil exclusive. We only have 100 of them, so that's going to be
I saw that. Boris Karloff,
wow.
right?
Isn't that cool? But I'll tell you this.
Congrats, man. Oh, wow.
We'll be showing you guys our Spider Boy #1, his first solo series. We did a cover with Jay Anacleto, and it's awesome. It's going to show tomorrow and be on sale.
Can I say his name? I've been saying his name wrong this whole time. I thought it was Ancelito.
Anacleto.
Yeah, from the Philippines, right? Yeah.
Don't take Laura's word for that or mine.
And Ancelito all the time, man. Like I always, it's a shame on me because I always correct people who say Warren Liu. It's Warren Lau. It's Warren Liu.
Warren Lau.
I know you taught me that. It stuck with me.
Yeah, because I asked him. He goes, "No, it's Warren Liu." But whatever. Just like Tony Fleece.
Fleece. Hey, you said it right that time. You were saying Fleece.
I know. Yeah. Shout out to
that Tana cover, that Adam Hughes at Tana. I actually have the original one. That absolutely beautiful cover.
Oh, you should. We got the foil in today, and I wasn't sure about it. I'm like, okay, I wonder how this is going to look in foil. It's stunning. It's so, and that's not me being biased.
It is. I saw that. I actually saw that a couple minutes before coming on the show, and I was like, oh, wow.
But it's a black cover, so like if you touch it, there's a fingerprint. So I can already hear people complaining. Like, there's a fingerprint on it. Like you got to be really careful, wear gloves and stuff.
Just
lowered it to an 8.5 after that, after you touch it.
Everybody's got a pair of gloves after the pandemic. We got a box of latex gloves somewhere in the house. I swear to God.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to it. This is CovrPrice Top 10. We look at the top 10 selling books for in the aftermarket for the week ending October 1st. As always, there's a runner-up to the top 10. What do we have for this week's runner-up?
Yeah.
Right on subject.
Ooh.
Love this cover. Runner-up number 11 is Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 36. EM Gist Star Wars Clone Wars 15th anniversary Ahsoka version 1 of 100 by Marvel, published in 2023. Ahsoka has been a fan favorite since her debut in Clone Wars. Although it may have been started with mixed reviews, the Ahsoka series on Disney Plus has attracted favorable reviews. EM Gist has now given this renowned character a beautifully illustrated cover, and it is gorgeous. The value of this book is nearly doubled what a 1 in 100 retailer incentive typically sells for within a week of its debut. This book will likely increase in value as copies find their way home and the aftermarket looks scarce. We tracked 8 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 160%, with a high sale of $215 for a near mint raw copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $184. Wow.
So Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 36 EM guys. Star Wars Clone Wars 15th anniversary Ahsoka Virgin 1 and the 100 variant raw dog $215. Goddamn, that's a mouthful. I don't know why mixed reviews. Everybody I knew loved it from the first episode on.
Spoilers, but the last episode, so well done. It really shows a different side of Thrawn that I think a lot of people were waiting for.
Yeah, especially if you read the books and if you watch Clone Wars and Rebels, and you really appreciate that. And if you watch Clone Wars and Rebels, you'll understand what that owl is. That's like her Ahsoka's spirit force animal that she sees inside the world between worlds. So very cool depiction of that there, and that plus it's just a badass drawing too. So
it's a gorgeous, beautiful cover. Yeah,
it's a beautiful painting. Yeah, he's amazing. He did one of ours for us, and he's such a meticulous artist. He spends so much time just developing the concept and the execution. It's flawless. His coloring is so well done.
It is very nice. All right, what do we got up? Let's get right to the top 10. What do you got for number 10?
All right, let's kick the list off this week. Number 10, we have Heart Attack #1 from Image. This came out in 2019. As quickly as this book rose with confirmation that it would receive the live action treatment, it fell off even quicker. Yet it has made another appearance on this list. Fans can get swept up in the flurry of news that often batters the community, but projects with momentum behind them typically rise again. This book is no different, promising to bring an interesting premise from the comic page to a TV near you. The subject matter hits a little close to home. making some fans nervous. Despite that, aftermarket sales have continued to rise, along with the fair market value of this book. It's still a cheap book and out there for those on the hunt. We tracked 15 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 130%, with a high sale of $18 for a raw copy and a current near mint fair market value of $13. So what's the premise? Does anybody know?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I mean, I've never even seen this book in my life, to be honest with you. I didn't even know it was I didn't even know it was option, but
yeah.
I think we're going to get more and more things that are going to come out now that the writer strike is over, and hopefully the actor strike is over. They can start promoting things and, talking about new different shows. So, because right now I think just, things are at a kind of standstill plus speculation. Thank God we have Ahsoka tonight, and then leading into Loki on Thursday or Wednesday at midnight. So this week we have the rare opportunities where we get a Star Wars show and a Marvel show. So yeah.
Tim, you know what I actually started watching last night was Daryl. I started watching that. I finished episode 1, so got me hooked. I will tell you, it got me hooked.
Oh, Daryl Dixon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of a cool departure from the world of Walking Dead as we know it, right? Kind of abandoned scenes of Paris are really kind of eerie, and you notice something that about the lack of like just like machine guns and weaponry that we have here in the States, like shooting muskets and shit.
The muskets, the muzzle loaders, and the pirate styles handguns, and I'm like,
it makes a little bit more even playing field to fight against the zombies, right? When you can only load in one bullet at a time,
And what was interesting was I noticed, because I watch a lot of the shows with the subtitles, and the walkers. First of all, what was trippy was like when they touched him, that you see the blood is almost like acidic, right?
Yeah, they burn people.
Yeah, so I was just like, whoa, wow, interesting.
But I don't think you get infected though per se with them touching you. You still need to get bitten, I think.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
Well, anyways, I digress.
All right. Okay. All right. What do we have at number 9?
Yeah, number 9 once again is Dazzler #1 by Marvel, published in 1981. Maybe those Taylor Swift rumors were close to the mark. Just when the book looked finished, rigid, and high of speculation, it received a shot in the arm. This past weekend, Taylor Swift was seen at the Jets versus Chief games. You may think she's dating Travis Kelce. You'll be correct. Kelsey. You'll be correct. But other members of her posse included Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, and director of Deadpool 3, Sean Levy. While this is nowhere near confirmation, it will significantly fuel the fire. It will likely be a while before we get confirmation. So buckle in. As it appears to be on an upward trajectory again, we tracked 26 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 81% with a high sale of $180 for a CGC 9.8 and a current raw, very fine, fair market value of $11. So
you got to have seen the memes, right? They're everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, it seems rather convenient that they're all there for the same game in the same booth.
It is odd.
And where did the game take place? So what game was it? KC versus who? I'm trying to see.
That's versus Chief.
So they were in New York. So I was saying maybe because Ryan Reynolds he's from Canada, but he lives in LA. He does that show, Welcome to Wrexham, which is great. By the way, if you ever seen it, it's Ryan Reynolds and the other dude from It's Sunny in Philadelphia. They bought a soccer team, a football team in Wales it's called Welcome to Wrexham, and it's kind of a really funny, well done documentary on it. You would never think a documentary about two guys buying a soccer team would be entertaining, but it is. And you have to turn on subtitles because a Welsh accent can be very hard to tell sometimes. And they even tell you they have different words in Welsh and Welsh than they do in the UK in the US that are different. So it's very interesting. So
now tell me they don't do that for speculation purposes and for gossip, rumors. I mean, it's got to be promotional too. You know what I mean? Because there's no, it can't be coincidence. It just can't be.
Well, I mean, Blake Lively and Taylor have been friends for a while, but you add in the Hugh Jackman aspect, and now it's like, okay, this is a little odd.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Because they can't actively promote anything because of the writers, the actors.
They can't actively, but they can show up together. And how coincidental these guys are going to be in the movie.
Well,
right?
Deadpool 3 was in the middle of filming right when the writer's strike and the actor strike happened too. So they stopped like mid-production. Producers are still able to like continue on, like, you know, doing different things, like the actors themselves. Like even one point I was told, I read somewhere that Ryan Reynolds couldn't ad-lib on there per the writer's strike and the actor strike, which was really weird to me. Yeah, so
that's strange.
That is odd. Yeah. It takes out the fun. I like it when they ad-lib.
Google it. It's a thing. All right, number 9 list. That's number 1. The CGC 9.8 for 180 bones. All right, what do we got up next?
All right, number 8. Yeah, this is a cool one. Superman for All Seasons, number 1 by DC Comics. It came out in 1998. James Gunn strikes again. This book was relegated to the $5 and under bin for years, but no longer. Recently, James Gunn cited this book as one of his favorite Superman stories and an inspiration for the upcoming Superman legacy. It's a classic Superman story following him through different points in life and narrated by those who affected him. Crafty creator extraordinaire James Gunn can do a lot with a story so full of heart. We tracked 23 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 133%, with a high sale of $14 for a raw copy and a current raw, very fine fair market value of $5. This book is all over, so keep your eyes peeled, guys.
I would have never thought why this one would be on there. I mean, we rarely ever get Superman books on there, period. I mean,
James Gunn has that much power. He says something, people just go for it.
Trust in
can't believe
James
everything
Gunn.
He says either. Sometimes
you can't. No, you can't.
Tell you a lie, but anyway. Number 8 on list, Superman for all seasons, number 1. Almost a yellow Golden Age cover, right?
Yeah.
Almost.
Right.
What do we got for number 7?
Yeah, number 7 is Spider-Man 2099, number 1. Yes, back again. This is by Marvel, published in 1992. It's astonishing to see Spider-Man 2099 still hitting this list so far removed from his major move. Major movie debut. There are numerous reasons. Let me move this real quick because I cannot see the side of that. Hold on, my bad.
You're doing great. No worries.
No. I totally screwed that. Let me restart. It is astounding to see Spider-Man 2099 still hitting this list so far removed from his major movie debut. There are numerous reasons behind the staying success, like collectability, being in a movie, being awesome, etc. Those factors have culminated in the momentum behind this book, with one of the most recent reasons, the true first appearance debate. We tracked 29 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 119%, with a high sale of $175 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a raw near mint fair market value of 14 bones.
Yeah, so Spider-Man 2099 number 1 from 1992. I mean, gosh, I think everybody has a copy of this, right? I mean, shit, I think I have multiple copies of this, and I sold 70% of my collection. Shit, so I think I still have a couple copies of this.
It wasn't on last week's, but it was on the week before. So this is the second time it's on here.
Keeps popping up.
All right, we're out for number 6.
Number 6, Night of the Cadillacs, number 1. This is cover A by Pryor. Published by Scout Comics in 2021. Per The Hollywood Reporter, yet another deep-cut comic is receiving an adaptation. Ex Posse Studios and Scout Comics have teamed up with Sony to produce an adaptation featuring a member of a vampire gang running off with a human woman. That's the bare minimum you need to know, and we encourage you to deep dive down the rabbit hole. It's worth it. Along with a digital adaptation, we're receiving a comic adaptation called Lipstick Clicka from Scout Comics later this year. Both books are available as this writing over at scoutcomics.com. We tracked 33 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 116%, with a high sale of $35 for a CGC 9.8 and a current raw near mint fair market value of $6. Do you have this one, TiVo?
No, but it's probably my favorite cover this week. I really
this is beautiful. Yeah,
almost graffiti type art on this kind of brick background. And anything vampires right now is hot. I mean, go watch. Have you guys watched Castlevania Nocturne yet?
No, but I saw it on the Netflix list, and I remember as I was scrolling through the top things to watch, and I was like, "Oh, that's the one that TiVo mentioned."
You gotta you either have to play the video games or at least watch the first series of Castlevania to really get in-depth understanding of what's going on. Because there's a couple appearances in there where you're like, oh, and he finally shows up. You're like, okay, that's who it is. So, if you want, check out the homies over at the Comic-Con podcast. They did a kind of a deep dive into Castlevania, the video games, and the new series, and all the different iterations. And it got me gone on my PS4 last night, scrolling through, looking for like old Castlevania games. They have like a bunch of old side-scrolling games, because and then if you just search for games or just do like a browse of games. I was there for 45 minutes and I decided to just turn on the TV and I watched TV because I was like, oh my God, it's like overwhelming. And I was like, ooh, that looks good.
You gave up.
That looks good, but I don't like open world shit. I don't want my brain to think too much. Side scrolling, smash 'em up button gamer. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I think I may play Ghost of Tsushima though, whatever that is, the samurai game. There's another kung fu video game called Seafood that looks good. I'm gonna give that a shot too. But
Sifu meaning master.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, what do you have for number 5?
Yeah, number 5 once again is Spawn #1 by Image, published in 1992. Well, we have eyes on those Spawn skins set to appear in the upcoming Call of Duty Warzone 2.0 Battle Pass, and they're sweet. Not just one skin, however, but 8, 2 of which were Al Simmons himself. That had fans returning to the originals in this book. It's arguably king of the aftermarket. Routinely selling, every year, it remains a cheap, plentiful, timeless key book that fans love to revisit. We tracked 50 copies, sold at a 7-day trend of 87%, with a high sale of $193 for a CGC 9.8 and a raw near mint fair market value of $31. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's a ton of editions laying around, a ton of printings of this laying around. I mean, if you can get the direct stand, good luck.
Yeah.
The newsstand was it direct stand? Oh yeah, the newsstand. I'm sorry, I got flipped. Yeah, if you could find a newsstand version, it was the board with the barcode. I think Chloe's Comics posted like a 9.8. Anytime we do a show, they always like, look, I have a 9.8. They'll post it on their Instagram. I'm like, damn. And then when they post a 9.2, I'm like disappointed. I'm like, and it's still like a $10,000 book. I'm like, all right. So number 5 on the list is Spawn #1. What do you have for number 4?
Well, before we move on, we're halfway through the list. Make sure that you guys are subbing the channel if you're not already, and please give us a thumbs up so we know that you're enjoying it. Yeah. I had to do it because JB's not here. So
good one. I like it. Good job.
This one we've seen already before, but let's talk about it again. Number 4, Wolverine number 36, the Ryan Stegman from 2023. This book marked the first appearance of Helverine. You heard that right. Wolverine combined with the spirit of vengeance. It was an aftermarket darling immediately, rocketing Wolverine to the S tier in the Marvel universe. It already had some hype before it dropped, which only increased as those who missed it at the LCS scoured the aftermarket. But fret not. A second print is soon to hit shelves. Really. We've tracked 38 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 120%, with a high sale of $29 for a raw copy and a current near mint fair market value of $23.
It's back again.
Yeah, I meant Helverine, I guess, is what the moniker they're giving him. Yeah, so
has anybody read this?
No. Anybody in the chat, maybe?
No. I'm interested in see the origin of this.
Yeah.
Wolverine number 36. To look it up.
Yeah. Number Ryan Stegman, regular version. Wow, look what popped up. I think I even have this one still.
I think I have this one still too. Yes. This one is number 3, all new Wolverine #1 by Marvel, published in 2015. We saw issue number 2 spiking a few weeks ago, and now it's this book's turn. It's the debut of X-23 as Wolverine in the classic costume, and it's seen a spike after another Deadpool 3 rumor hits the internet. It was reported that Marvel was working to bring Daphne Keene, X-23, from Logan. onto the project before the strike derailed talks. The strike is over, and the fans eagerly await to know if that rumor is true. While they wait, they opted to hit the aftermarket in search of this book, as it already been rumored that there have been multiple cameos featuring Wolverines from the multiverse. We've tracked 51 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 149%. Wow. With a high sale of $120 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $28. Wow.
Yeah, so it'd have to be a multiverse version of her, right? First of all new Wolverine #1, because in the Logan film, she was only what 10 years old, but she was still wrecking shit.
Yeah, she was young.
But, so I mean, film did take place in the future. I mean, and obviously,
right.
Spoiler alert:
Old man
dies.
Logan.
Well, Logan dies, by the way,
Yeah.
and so he's back. So that'd be interesting to see how because I remember X-23 that was such a speculated book on. Do you remember it was the damn test tube of X-23 was a hot book at one point? People were just going nuts with it. Now, if this happens, forget about it. Market's gonna.
And that's crazy. When this is the same time that the Death of Wolverine came out too, and then they started publishing Old Man Logan, and then that's when they actually started doing the movie as well. When it came to Wolverine,
I liked the Old Man Logan run.
Yeah,
I like
favorites. I enjoyed it.
There's I collected all these when they came out, so I'm pretty sure I have it. And there's a really fun variant later on that is a homage to that cover that Batman slaps the shit out of Robin.
Yes, I remember that.
There's a variant of that for this one. Go just look it up, and you'll thank me later.
I'll have to search. I'll have to search myself. Yeah, that's interesting.
What do we have for number 2?
Oh, okay. Number 2, we have Void Rivals #4, specifically the Karen S. Darboe spoiler. This is the 1 in 25 that just came out from Image. Void Rivals has been a smash hit, and that's just leading up to the release and crossover partner Transformers #1. Fans of the series got a treat with this book, featuring Shockwave front and center. He's got a new design, but those who know the original series know this is one bad bot. Robert Kirkman is delivering, and fans are showing their continued support on the aftermarket. We tracked 40 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 272%, with a high sale of $130 for a CGC 9.8 pre-sale copy and a current raw near mint fair market value of $65.
Void Rivals #4. I have to admit, I haven't been a fan of many of the covers that have come out. But this one is definitely dope because it actually shows a Transformer on there. Supposedly there's supposed to be G.I. Joes and Transformers in this book. So we'll see. We'll see. As we go on. But there's some of the covers have been meh, but this one definitely brings it. I will say. Void Rivals #4. The Karen S. Darboe 1 in 25 spoiler variant. Is that a thing now? Spoiler variants, but anywho. All right, let's get to #1, boys and girls.
Yes, #1. Wolverine #37 by Greg Capullo. This is the Virgin 1 per store by Marvel in 2023. Greg Capullo is a legend in the community. He delivered countless timeless covers, but a few and far between for Marvel. He's back with a vengeance for this 1 per store variant. And with this success, issue number 36 has been. This book looks to topple it. It cooled slightly as copies were snapped up for the aftermarket, but some are still willing to pay the price. If you're a fan of Wolverine or Capullo, this book has both in spades. We tracked 103 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 118%. The high sale of $100 for a raw copy and a near mint fair market value of $59.
That's a lot of copies for a 1 per store variant. I mean, you sold. I mean, how many was it that sold? Let me read that again.
103 copies sold.
103, and there's supposed to be 1 per store. That's kind of nuts.
Yeah. That's 103 stores they pushed it out to. Then,
yeah. So Wolverine #37, Greg Capullo. I don't remember the last time Greg Capullo did like internals or even regular cover arts for Marvel. I mean,
and he's mainly DC too. He's mainly a DC cover. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go, man. This is still a dope cover though. I'm really digging it.
Yeah,
lots of space on there to do a remark in like in the upper right hand corner or whatnot. So well, Miss Laura has to go on her show, but I think we ought to give away something that Miss Laura is going to ship. So I'm gonna ask a question for the live chat. How you like them apples?
And I'm keeping my mouth shut.
You guys something.
I'm not saying.
I will.
Nothing.
I'll do it. I'll do it tomorrow. So
I
what's
thought
the
you were
question?
saying the question. Okay.
No, you say the question. I'll just do the
okay.
shipping.
I kind of started talking about it during the show. Let's see if you paid attention. What is the full name of Dracula's son in Castlevania?
Oh my God. I have no freaking clue.
Well, there's always a Google, right?
No,
Hell,
wait, you
That
guys,
was a Google.
I've been settled for his name that he changed it to eventually.
no way, said Reef the Sea Forever.
No way.
Somebody should know this, right?
Who's the quickest Googler, right?
What a terrible question. Norbert?
Norbert, no.
That sounds about Dracula-ish. Norbert.
Norbert.
Bill.
There you go. Wolfblitz got it. Adrian Fahrenheit Tepish.
I would have
real
never
name,
known. And
also
even
known
if I
as
knew,
Alucard.
I would have never even remembered something like
That's
that.
his full name because he, Vlad Tepish was his father. But then he changed his name to Alucard, which is the Dracula backwards. So there you go. So Wolfblitz hit up Miss Laura.
I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Alucard is he's a dope character. He's like half human, half vampire, son of Dracula.
Human. Half human.
Half human.
Human.
So congratulations, Wolfblitz. Hit up Miss Laura, and she'll send you out one of the the recent exclusive covers. And also, don't feel bad. Leave a comment after this video post, and we're gonna give away something on Thursday's show for a comment you left today.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Laura, any last words before you go off to your show?
No, just guys, make sure you're following us on Instagram. I know I say that every week, but it's important because we drop a lot of our communications that way. And better yet, sub the text line. We have a number that, again, if you go on our IG, you can find it and we can communicate that way too. We have some really good stuff coming out, like the Jay and Acleto cover tomorrow. And I'm just going to tell you guys, it is homaging the 1 in 50 Spider-Punk Takashi Ozaki cover. You guys know the one where he has like the bubble gum and he's coming towards the cover, the 1 in 50.
Oh, very.
Anyways,
good. Pick.
Yeah, so it'll be Anacleto after Tazaki, and it turned out so good. It's so good.
I was disappointed. I sold my first appearance of Spider-Punk. I didn't even know I had it, and then I sold my collection. And then my LCS was showing it. Hey, we just got this from Collection TiVo. If you know him, blah blah blah. And then I saw first appearance of Spider-Punk. I was like, God damn, I sold that. And here it was going to shows looking for it, and I had it all the time. But what are you gonna do? Mm-hmm. All right, Marty, would you like to bless us with a outgoing blessing, please?
Absolutely, but. What I want to say is make sure you pay your respects to the comic gods on El Dia de los Muertos. Hopefully I didn't screw that up, because they will continue to bless your long boxes and bless you with all the keys and your holy grails that you wish and desire for. Thank you so much.
Excelsior.
I love you so much, Marty. You're really
you have
my
to say
favorite
Excelsior.
human. I love it.
Excelsior.
Excelsior. Yes.
All right, this is for Marty, Laura, and JB. This is TiVo. Sorry to Matt Damon who couldn't make it next time. Maybe he'll come on next Tuesday's show. Until next time, boys and girls, keep digging in the long boxes.
Shake and make it, pull it back. Oh my God.
The world's 3 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
You shall know that the Lord is update.
Shake and make it, pull it back.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is update. In this, you shall know that the Lord is update.
Go on and get some, boy. What the heck is the deal? I'm the best there is.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is update.